I may not clear the cutoffs and maybe I can't get into IIM Indore. Then he motivated me. He said to me that if you don't get qualified for the interview, then I'll stop teaching. And this one sentence really motivated me for the preparation. Hello everyone, myself Vamshi Krishna Reddy. I am from Hyderabad, Telangana, and I am AR4 this year. I am from Telangana State Board, and I have scored 10 GPA in 10th class and 96.4% in my 12th class. And I have started my preparation after my 11th State Boards. And this year I scored 257 in my IPM 80 exam. And its breakdown is I scored 36 in essay, 84 in MCQ session, and I have scored 137 in VA. The main reason is I prefer management over other domains, and one more main reason is that I personally prefer generalizing in many different subjects than specializing in one specific subject in my undergraduation. For the quantitative aptitudes part, for theoretical part, I used to watch the lectures of Swapnil Bhaiya. I watched the recorded lectures, and then I also watched the live sessions of Swapnil Bhaiya. He used to frequently take revision sessions and practice sessions and conceptual lectures, etc. But I personally used to watch the recorded versions of those lectures than live, because I prefer recorded versions, because then I could skip those sections which I am comfortable with. I can repeat those sections which I am not completely comfortable with. I can pause the video and solve the questions myself before the Bhaiya solves it. And for the practice part, I first used to solve all the questions given by Swapnil Bhaiya. He used to give a lot of practice questions in the form of assignments and revision sheets, quizzes, etc. Then I also solved Arun Sharma level 1 and level 2. I frequently used to go to gmatclub.com. It's a website for preparation of GMAT Club, and I used to solve 700 level questions in GMAT Club. And I also solved some past year CAT papers from Krakow.com and also from past year CAT papers book. And this is my preparation for the QA section. And coming to VA section, I used to read newspaper, Hindu to be specific, every day in the morning. I used to read first page and the editorials every day, and then I used to solve 4 R3s from the gmatclub.com every morning, and then and there I used to also solve sentence corrections from the GMAT Club only. I prefer GMAT Club because every question is explained from multiple perspectives by multiple people, and they are very detailedly explained, and it aids you in learning. And also I solved Arun Sharma VA book for the same, and also I used to prepare flashcards on a software called Anki for my vocabulary preparation. What I used to do is that whenever I am reading something and I found out a word whose meaning I don't know, I used to Google the word, and then I used to create a flashcard in the Anki software. It's a spaced repetition and active retrieval based software, which you create flashcards whenever you want, and you can revise them. I used to create flashcards for synonyms, and I used to prepare them for idioms and phrases, and also for commonly confused words. And I used to spend 20 to 30 minutes every day in revising them. And this is what I also solved some past year CAT papers. And also the most important thing is I used to solve a lot of mocks, and that are main part of my practice for this exam. I attempted almost 40 mocks for IPMAT Indore, and nearly 25 mocks for IPMAT Rohtak, and 5 to 10 mocks for GPMAT. The worst score that I could recall is something near 150. And from there I increased my score in the mocks through practice and consistency. After I gave 10 to 15 mocks, I got a hold of giving mocks in a manner. So after that my score started increasing, and with constant practice, and also I used to attend the lectures of Swapnil Bhaiya, and I used to solve all the quizzes and sheets given by him, and this helped me increase my mocks marks in the mocks. QA essay part, there are 15 questions and 45 minutes. So I do not have a specific strategy. I used to try to solve all the like at least 10 to 12 questions every time. And then in the MCQ part, I don't solve basically the LR logical reasoning set, because I don't want to put myself in a situation where I spend 5 to 10 minutes on LR set and then I panic because I can't figure out the answers. So I just used to try to solve 15 to 20 questions from the 25 remaining questions. I used to like go skim all the easy questions, and then I then try to solve the medium difficulty questions, and then if the time permits, I used to try those questions for which I can't figure out the answers. And for the verbal ability part, I do not have any specific strategy. I try to solve all the questions, but the only thing I keep in my mind is that when I don't know the answer, I would not waste any time in guessing the answers for those questions. On the D-Day, first I panicked a little when I entered the examination hall. The first, like, I sat in my chair for 30 minutes nearly, and then it's a phase of like tension and panic, etc. And after I saw the paper, when like you first see the paper, the essay section like felt little bit difficult than what we have expected, and I panicked for a little bit of time. But then I I I was able to control my feelings, because when I used to give my mocks in my home, I used to switch off my fan. I used to just take two A4 size papers and try to complete my all the workings on those two papers, expecting the same to happen in my exam center. But fortunately, nothing of that sort happened. But what helped me is that because of those experience of like writing mocks in extreme heat and with only two A4 size papers and like sound surrounding me, it helped me really get relaxed in my actual examination. I was cool after like first initial 10 to 15 minutes, and I was able to concentrate through my entire examination, and that helped me score well. After my 11th boards were over, I decided that I want to like prepare for the IPMAT exam, and then I started searching for online coaching centers, and then I found AceIPM, and then I took the course of AceIPM from very initial phase of my preparation. And AceIPM helped me in many different ways. The first one is the awesome lectures of Swapnil Bhaiya. I used to like watch all the lectures of Swapnil Bhaiya, create my classworks, and he used to taught in a very interactive and joyful manner. And the Swapnil Bhaiya used to give a lot of practice questions and in many formats, as I told you earlier. And I used to solve these questions once, twice, thrice until I get a hold of those questions. And the entire AceIPM course is crafted for IPMAT, and specifically towards the IPMAT Indore examination. So it really helped me for preparing. And also the mocks of the AceIPM was very good. The Swapnil Bhaiya used to keep the level of questions in quants little bit higher than past year papers, and because of this, it helped me in the actual examination day, because I got used to solving difficult questions in the exam in the time limit, and on the actual D-Day, the difficulty level of questions was personally I felt them slightly difficult than the previous years. And because of my mock taking multiple mocks from the AceIPM, I got a good hold on the examination. And I personally feel the personal mentorship of Swapnil Bhaiya is the best thing of AceIPM. He personally guided me whenever I felt demotivated, or whenever I felt like wandering about, whenever I fell into self-doubt. He guided me, and I remember a moment where after I gave the IPMAT Indore examination, I said to him that the verbal ability was so easy, and I just got 137 exams. All the people saying that they got 160s and 170s, and maybe I may not clear the cutoffs, and maybe I can't get into IIM Indore. Then he motivated me. He said to me that if you don't get qualified for the interview, then I'll stop teaching. And this one sentence really motivated me for the preparation, and he said that if you prepare well, you have the chances of getting a single digit rank. And after like listening to his words, I started preparing hard for my interview in the last 20 days, and it helped me really well. And this used to happen a lot of times. Whenever I got less marks in my mocks, I used to message him that I'm feeling demotivated, maybe I can't do this, maybe I'm not fit for this. And then he used to like motivate me, or his words used to motivate me that like I can do this. And it used to inspire me a lot throughout my preparation. As I was from Telangana State Board, our state board syllabus was pretty different from the NCRT syllabus, from which normally the interviewers ask questions. So what I did was, before starting my IPMAT preparation, I created a revision note for the 11th NCRT book, like after the end of my 11th boards. And also at the end of my 12th boards, I created a revision note for the 12th NCRT syllabus, and also for the CUET preparation. And for my interview preparation, I just revised my 11th NCRT revision notes and 12th NCRT revision notes. And I also used the previous year question banks of interview questions, and I used to go and try to answer each and every question. And whatever question I was unable to answer, I used to go check that answer out, and I used to create a flashcard on Anki, and then I used to revise them then and there. And for the GK and GA part, I did the same thing. I prepared flashcards on the Anki website, and then I used to revise those. It helped me a lot in making my GK and GA journey easier. And on my actual interview, in my final interview, there were two panel members, and they asked me for my introduction. And in my introduction I said that I like reading newspapers. So one of the panel members asked me a lot of questions about the newspapers, and Hindu, to be specific, who was the owners of my some specific newspapers, and who is the editor of Hindu, from where it gets published, why is it so much popular, and who made it popular, etc. And in my introduction, I also said that economics is my favorite subject, but the other panel member asked me only about the accountancy questions. But there were basic accountancy questions from 11th class, and from accounting ratios from 12th class. And I was able to answer all those questions because I revised them from my revision notes, and that went pretty well in my interview. And they also asked me two questions from my why IPM and career plans, the essay they asked you to write after you get selected for the interview, and that too went pretty well because I was prepared for that. Don't fret a lot about the end result. I know this is easier said than done, because I used to fret a lot about whether I can get into IIM Indore, or whether I can get into any of the IIMs. But in the long term, it only inhibits our preparation. I used to fret a lot whenever I got low score in my mocks. I used to get demotivated, depressed, etc. Please don't do it. And also complete your syllabus early. By completing your syllabus early, I don't mean that you complete your syllabus hurriedly. Just start early, be consistent, and end your syllabus early, and keep revising and keep giving mocks, and that will pretty sure ensure you that you land up here.
So now, how can we get you started? Go to AceIPM.com. Over here, you will see the free counseling button. Click on that, enter your details, and a future senior of yours from IIM is going to give you a call, and you can get all your doubts clarified from them.